I need to get my eyes checked, man. I actually have to go get it, but my insurance is so bad. Like comedians aren't really known for their, health plans. Right now I'm getting my eye exams at the DMV. Okay, E, F. They prescribed Uber, by the way. Well, this is great. Well, thank you all for coming out. We love doing this, and I hope that we could keep doing it. It really made my week that we hit that mark for me. And happy Mother's Day. I know it was last weekend. I got to spend mine with my mom. What? Yeah. It was beautiful, man. It was, it really was. We didn't do anything. We just played. I mean, we went to the store and we laughed and we played Scrabble. You never feel as safe as you do when you're with your mom. I don't know what it is. It goes all the way back to this feeling of like I could be surrounded by gunmen and I'd be like, yeah, my mom's here. So just take your shenanigans elsewhere. It was cool. So hi, Mom. Good to see you again.
Baby.
It was really good to see you. Yeah, it was kind of a rough money year, so I couldn't get her the gifts that I wanted to. I had to kind of revert to earlier times. So I made her a macaroni necklace. I traced my hand on paper. It was great all the way around. Yeah, she put it on. Yeah, she put it on the fridge. Yeah, my mom had me, by the way, when she was 17. That's when she had to quit cheerleading to have this guy. Give me an O, give me a B, give me a G, Y, N, somebody help me. My childhood's over. No, she's never, no resentment at all. My mom's loved me from the beginning, and I was an accident. I think we could say that, my dad tripped and my mom got in the way, and I don't know, something. So the story goes. I don't know. Yeah, a friend of mine has a new baby, and he's not down with the diapers. Like he's really shirking his duties. And it just makes him like, So at this point, he's just faking COVID. His wife's like, don't tell me you don't smell that. Don't tell me. You gotta suck it up. Like my grandpa said, when life gives you lemons, add alcohol. Add alcohol. Yeah, that's right. Wise man. Yeah, I was a handful as a kid, and it took me a while to find my way. I had a lot of struggle in my early adulthood. I majored in English, so clearly I'm not much of a planner myself. Oh, the doors of life just opened up, flung open, the opportunities. I saw my career counselor a few years later, and he asked how things were going. I'm like, oh, it's good. Pretty busy here at work. So will that be a venti or a latte? Grande. Screwed up my own punchline there.
Got it.
Yeah, you know what I meant. Frappa latte, frappuccino. Yeah, I worked at a company just once, and it was for 6 months. I mean, it was 6 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, and 4 hours, if I remember right. Not that I was counting. Yeah, I had to, the thing that got me is I couldn't sit in on the bobblehead meetings where everyone's like, oh, yes, sir, absolutely, sir, whatever you say, we'll circle back and we'll put a pin in the action item, quality, performance. I couldn't do it. There's nothing that I ever learned in a meeting that I couldn't have gotten from a 5-point bullet list, ever. Yeah. So I started skipping the meetings and got twice as much work done. And then one day my boss called me in and she goes, Jason, I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go. And I'm like, oh, I thought you were going to promote me. Dodged a bullet there. Let me tell you. Yeah, but I had to keep working, so I started doing these odd jobs. I filled up the stress balls with bird seed. Yeah. Well, I had to keep working because I had this addiction to eating. I did have to take out a loan to make ends meet during that time. And I remember the bank guy asking what I was going to use the money for. I'm like, oh, you know those Trader Joe's mac and cheese packs with the little sausages? Well, that's one. The other things that I buy with it, I don't know. Tomorrow I have a formal event in San Diego, and some things on the calendar I look forward to. I really look forward to hanging out with you guys, by the way. That's my number one at this point. But I'm just allergic to all the formal hoity-toity. One year I went to Harrods to have lunch in London, and everyone is so dressed up to eat their crumpets, and they serve them on tiers. There are 3 levels, and you got to go in order, and there's like a referee. And like, sorry, I didn't know the crumpet protocol. American. You don't have any mac and cheese with the little sausages? No. I don't know. It's like just a lot. Everyone's just for show. They're not even hungry. They're just there for a lot of sideways glances, and it's like trying to eat in the middle of prom. Parents. The men at night, you have to wear a dinner jacket because that's what you want to be wearing while you're eating in a room that is by definition room temperature. Should I bring my dinner umbrella in case a storm breaks out with my jacket? I don't know. Tomorrow's they've sent out a thing. It's a black tie affair, and I don't know. I'm talking about too much government. We have a mandatory neck decoration for tomorrow. How random is the tie anyway? That could have been anything. Like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. This is a purple sock event, and yeah, we don't want your kind here. Yeah, I own one tie, and it's hanging in my closet in the shape of a noose. In case I'm ever invited back to Harrods in London. All right. Well, hey, guys, we really do appreciate you coming, and we have an embarrassment of riches for the talent. We're going to go in no particular order. None of these comedians are used to going second, but we had to draw straws, and she actually has stuff to do, so made it easy. She has been on everything. She was a correspondent for The Tonight Show. She has got a special on Hulu right now. She's been on everything. Put your hands together for the very funny Kira Soltanovich.
Wow. Thank you, Jason. Right when you said my name, Diane Werner left. Awesome. Good. That's awesome because, please get up and get a snack as I'm about to. It's Ascension Thursday, guys, and they got you a Jew on Ascension Thursday. Come on. This is a big deal. Usually us Jews are not allowed to work on Ascension Thursday because, Ascension, we don't know what that means. We have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. But what it is, but congrats on having it. Is it a thing? I don't know. Oh my God. Can this show be a fundraiser to buy lamps for Ken Gentry? Can we raise money to get them some sort of lighting? Or no, you guys are okay in the dark? Are you socially distancing from your laptops right now? It's fine. It's okay if you guys are muted. I get it, right? It's a comedy show. Who needs to hear the laughs? I get it.
Oh, shit.
But this is really the only part that we want. I'll be honest, you guys. We only need your laugh hole. Everything else, you can virtually background the rest of your face. I don't care what you do, but we just need... if you wanted your whole body, Scott, to be The Simpsons, you could. I just need this area, but some of you are muted. And, I'm not going to judge, but it's kind of You're useless to me. It's like going to a strip club without your wallet. What's the point? What's the point? It's fine. I'm still doing Zoom shows over a year later. John Schumacher and his young bride look like we just interrupted your golf game. What's happening, guys? Why with the hats inside? What's going? I would have been hit across the head as a kid.
For a cruise.
We're ready for the cruise.
You're preparing for a cruise. Wow. So you guys
every week.
You just want to be stuck in the middle of the ocean when the fourth wave comes, huh? Okay, good for you guys. Good. Enjoy.
You gotta go somewhere, don't you?
You know what? That's genius, Schumachers. That's genius because you only paid for a 1-week cruise, but you're there for 6. That's so smart. You guys are geniuses. All right. You guys, I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I'm doing this Zoom show from my car. Listen.
We
listen
noticed.
to me carefully. Yeah, you noticed. Listen to me carefully. I have been in lockdown for 13 months with my boyfriend, and my husband is pissed. They said shelter in place, so I was just following instructions. I am in my car because I'm hiding from my children. This is the only privacy. I haven't peed by myself since March 2020. Do you understand? It is truly the definition of a prison. We eat every meal together. We wear the same color clothes because I keep messing up the laundry. And we have all showered together for the last 13 months. This is getting ridiculous. If you don't have young children during this lockdown, you win the lockdown. You won. Good choice. Good. You win the lockdown. Very cool. Because I have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old, and they are terrible people. They are not nice people. Before COVID, I thought I was raising decent humans. And the real truth came out. The real truth. They are mean to each other. Mean. I'm not talking like just regular kid, like just sibling rivalry, like mean, like trying to poison each other and drown each other on a daily basis. It's like if COVID doesn't get them, one of them will. They are trying to end each other. And I can't take it anymore because I'm homeschooling them, and I'm not smart enough to homeschool. I'm not smart enough. 4th grade math is hard. 4th grade math. My 10-year-old said, "Can you help me multiply fractions?" And I said, "What? You don't need to know that. Next. What else do you got? What else do you need?" He doesn't need to know that in life. And if I'm his teacher, then I get to judge the curriculum. Here's what you need to know. How do you take 40% off an item on sale at Ross? That is what you need. And that's what mommy is going to teach you.
Important shit.
We're trying to make it interesting. So we got an app called Night Sky. I highly recommend it. It teaches kids about astronomy and the planets and science. And then they also keep walking in on me and my husband. So they're learning biology and anatomy. And what happens to the human body after 40. That's important. That's important to learn. I live on a cul-de-sac, which is a French word for why are all these kids in my house? Have you ever lived on a cul-de-sac? Just all the kids on a cul-de-sac, they just show up in your house. They don't know it's a pandemic. I'm like, get out of my house. And they're like, what's for snack? What's your name? I don't know you. Okay? I'm not feeding you. I don't have enough EpiPens for all of your necks. All right, you understand? Get out of my house. Get out. But they don't won't get out. They're digging through stuff like little raccoons. You know what I mean? I'm like spraying them with water bottles. Get out. I want them out. I want them out of my house. So here's what I did. I registered as a sex offender.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't want to. They forced my hand. I did not want to, but look at the paperwork. Now you got to stay back 500 feet. It's driving me crazy. I stopped working out these last 13, 14 months, which is not okay because I've eaten everything in my freezer. I ate Girl Scout cookies that were frozen to the bottom of my freezer. These cookies are so old. The girls that sold me these cookies are going through menopause right now. That's how old they are. And I shoved them down my throat. I massaged them down like I was a goose, like someone's gonna eat my liver later. And I thought, you know what? I got to start working out. I got to start getting healthy. So I went to the mall to buy all new workout clothes, right? And get inspired. I'm going to get all new workout clothes. I'm going to run every day. And I went to the mall and have you guys coughed in public yet? Have you guys done that? I coughed in public and everyone stopped in the mall and they were like, get her. And I said, right? I was like, it's tuberculosis. And they were like, all right, that's okay. That feels safe to us. So, but I'm trying to like ask for directions for stuff, different stores, right? And I'm trying to be polite and show that I'm a smiley, happy person, right? But you can't do that with a mask, right? So I'm like asking directions and stuff, and I'm trying to show that I'm nice. So I'm winking at people. Hey, how's it going? You know where I can find your sports bras, if you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. A little lycra action. You know what I'm saying, huh? I'm a friendly person. I was asked to leave that PetSmart immediately. And I brought my 10-year-old with me. I brought my son, and this guy comes walking over, starts talking to us, and then he pet my kid across the forehead. I went out and I bought my son one of those little vests. So now I'm like, no, that's a service kid. No touching. He's working. He has a permit on his back. I love these Zoom shows because it's like you can just see what everyone's doing. Oh, I just lost one. Lenore Arab. What the hell? Whose name is that? As a Jew, I just got very nervous. What are you doing, sir? I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah.
This is what these Zoom shows are so weird because we're used to comedy clubs, right? Where someone got up and thrust his crotch at me like Arab just did. I would, you're out of here, right? But now it's like there's some lady in the corner of my screen getting a colonoscopy. Everyone's just doing whatever. Do whatever you want, I guess. No rules. No rules apply. I can't wait to get back to regular in-person shows because I always thought like in real life, like in person, I was like, I feel like I'm a solid 6.5, 7. But I am a Zoom 3. So this is not the medium for me. This is not the medium. Someone just wrote better than a bris. Okay. All right. That was anti-Semitic. What do you mean? I am married. I know I was joking earlier, but I am married. I know you're Jewish, Jackie. Trust me. I know. You spelled bris correctly, so I know you're Hava Nagila, Jackie. Don't worry. You're a Zoom 10. My husband, we had our anniversary, and another one's coming up. It'll be our second lockdown anniversary. But you know what? Doesn't matter because our favorite restaurant is open outside seating, which is very romantic. They put you in the back alley behind their dumpster. Oh my God, it is so. It just reminds us why we fell in love in the first place. You know, like the blue from the recycling bins that they sat us next to really brought out the blue in my husband's eyes, and it just we fell in love all over again. We are married, and someone recently asked me, is your diamond conflict free? Have you heard of that? I have never. I was like, conflict free. Ever since I got this thing, it's nothing but conflict. Is there one he could have bought me where he will listen to me? All right. Well, I gotta get out of here soon. I'm gonna start working out now. The gyms are kind of opening up and all the stuff, right? And my husband doesn't care, by the way, that he's gained some COVID weight too. He is like, he gets to have a dad bod. Dad bod. Have you guys seen this? They're celebrating now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, check out his sexy dad bod. Check him out. What are you talking about? He didn't do anything. That's neglect. What are you talking about? Yeah, but look at his misshapen nipples and flat ass dad bod. Yeah. Why isn't mom bod celebrated? Where's our celebration? I did something for mom bod. Why aren't people like, yeah, check it out. She still looks pregnant. Mom bod. Yeah. Yeah. Look, her varicose veins are starting to spell out words like, help me. Mom bod. Yeah. Yeah. When she sneezes, breast milk still shoots out. Mom bod. I wish that last one wasn't true. I really wish. Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. My husband was very sweet when he proposed. It was very nice. I was peeing on one of those sticks, and he said, I have a question for you in 2 minutes. I don't have a question. But now we're all losing our minds. We're all losing our minds. I don't know what we're going to do with our kids. Every day, these two act like they are just retired seniors living at a villa. Like they wake up. What are the activities today? What do you mean activities? What are you talking about? This isn't the Love Boat. I'm not Julie McCoy. What do you have planned for us? Are we going on an excursion? Excursion? Are you kidding me? We're doing nothing. Nothing. Zero. The same thing we've been doing for 14 months. Nothing. And they are appalled. They're like, you haven't planned like a mysterious scavenger hunt for us? Yes, I have. Go outside in the backyard. Mommy hid all of her dreams that didn't come true. Go outside and look for them. All right, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Kira Soltanovich, everybody. Let her hear it.
It's my favorite time of the year. Ascension year is here.
Yeah, I didn't know about us. Well, but first of all, Kira, you got a lot of really good comments in the chat section. Rachel Polson said, real life comedy. She gave you a tagline, like a byline. And Steve Steinerman said, OMG, you are so funny. Martha Gill said, so real, LOL. So thanks for doing it. Really appreciate it. And
I
also
appreciate you guys.
Tony Winders, who's my right-hand man, said, you're a Zoom 10 to us, Kira. So
Yeah.
Tony, I thank you and the filter. Thank you.
And the beauty filter. All right. And Drew Thomas, he's coming up. I'll introduce you to Drew in a little bit here. Okay, we're going to keep this thing going. I very briefly, when I was talking to Kira, I had put up the next show, which is on Saturday, May 29th. We're going to do it on the weekend as often as possible. We just didn't want 4 weeks to go by between shows for this one. And we really do appreciate everybody for being here. Even the person whose little fire detector is going off in the background, even you. There it is. Someone replace your battery before the next
It's a
comedian
9
comes on. It's a 9-volt. Thank you, John. 9 volt. 9 volt. Everything sounds funnier from John's accent, I'm telling you. Okay, are you guys ready for your next comedian?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this guy is a good friend of mine. I don't want to go too far back into it, but when I first started and I really needed to get on, he was already a big shot, and he took me under his wing, and he took me on the road, and he taught me a lot. And everybody looks up to him. He's got a Showtime special, Netflix special. The only guy to win the San Francisco International Comedy Competition twice. Put your hands together for Don Friesen.
Hello, can you see? Oh, hold on. Can you see?
There
Am I
he is.
there? Okay, all right. Well, wow, I gotta give it up for Kira, huh? For Kira in her mobile Zoom studio. Jason, you.
Don,
How are
Don,
you
can
guys,
you
man?
try Don, would you mind trying a backup sound? Because there's a delay in your voice and it's not real clear.
What? Okay, I did a sound check earlier. All right. Are we?
Do you want me to
okay,
switch you with
well,
Drew?
No. I don't know why. Okay. No, give me 1 second.
All right, sure.
Yeah. So there's a delay, huh?
A delay, and it's not the greatest sound to begin with. Maybe just headphones.
Okay. I'll switch right now.
All right, cool.
Sorry. Be entertaining for a second here. I'm not a good
It's all good.
multitasker. I'm not good at this.
Amazon will take that mic back.
Yeah, here we go. Audio settings, I don't know what I'm doing,
Just hit the computer upside the head.
And
Here we go.
And Don is such a San Francisco Giants fan that he still has Tim Lincecum in the background. And that's a fan right there.
All right. Is that better?
All right, let me remove myself.
Okay. Are we good?
There you go, man. That's better.
You can hear me. Oh, okay. All right. So let me start. I'm over. So yeah, give it up for Kira, first of all, for her mobile home. Yeah. And, Jason, of course, Jason. It's good to see you guys. Wow. It's we're almost I feel like we're crawling out from under a rock and like, is it safe yet? Okay. This is like a last little, this is great. I can't wait to get back. I miss everything. I miss seeing my family and my friends. And you know, the thing I miss probably the most, they don't even talk about income. Boy, that is just really comes handy, you know? It's been a year. What a year of homeschooling. A lot of us homeschooling, and you know, the funny thing is, if you have like more than one kid, you know they're talking about you behind your back, right? You don't hear it, but you know they're comparing. Like, who'd you get for history? Oh, I got mom. Oh, I heard she's tough. She drinks and does Zoom shows in her car. So yeah, no, it's been homeschooling a little different for me. They're older, they're in home college, which is kind of, you know, basically my son is up in his bedroom on his computer, and which he was before college, but now it's $40,000 a year. So not really hands-on. Yeah, he's a little bummed that he didn't get to, you know, that he doesn't get to see his friends in person. But I say, hey, at least you get to live on campus. That's something, right? I don't know. I'm just trying to find a silver lining here. Kids are expensive. You know that early on. Like when my son was 5 years old, people started putting pressure on me. You know, financially, they were like, "Are you saving up for his college yet?" I didn't even pay for my college, man. I'm gonna have to walk him up through the financial aid line. The people I still know. How you doing? I got a tab going, right? We're good? Yeah, no, turns out I am alive. I know, weird. My son went to college the other day, but I still have my own student loans to pay. All the checks in the mail and the bills are due. The interest on my loans continues to accrue. I will be catching up that I don't know when, but we'll be filing chapter 10. Yeah. As I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, my boy makes more than me. He's only 23, living in my house for free.
Bravo.
My kids think I'm an old man, right? Because I can never remember anything. Yes, because my brain is full of passwords. That's all. There's nothing else left up there. Fragments. Every site has different rules, right? You got to have 2 P's and upside down Q. Okay. 14 characters, right? And a number. Oh, and a symbol and a capital. And don't write it down. Why would I write that down? I got it. Then comes the advice, right? Name it after a childhood pet. Okay, if I write a dog named P3 score capital YQ055, the neighbors would think you're nuts. Here, P3 underscore capital YQ055. Your dog's name? No, they make me change it every week. My little underscore. Oh. Really sensitive. Yeah, he's case sensitive. I don't know. I never remember. First thing I look for on every site, forgot password, click. I have no idea whether I forgot or not. I'm playing a hunch, man. I'm trying to get out ahead of it. I'm guessing. I don't care. They're like, we'll help you retrieve your password. What's your username? Oh, man. That's me, too. A hint? Yeah. I love a hint. Everybody wants the hint. How is that a question? Be automatic. Is anyone ever going, would you like a hint? Yeah, no, I'd rather just keep guessing wrong all day. Thank you. Right up there. No way, I'm not 100% sure I'm not a robot either, you know? I mean, I check the box, you know? I am not a robot. Click. They're like, well, we'll see about that, you know. You know, now there's the grid. You're like, you know. Like apparently I can't tell a crosswalk from a taxi from a mountain. It'd be to pass. I have to do it 5-6 times. So some of those. You know, some of those things are like, is that a 2 megapixel camera? Who shot that? How? Is the pole part of the traffic light, or is the traffic light just the light? I know that. That'll help. I think there's a self-driving car because it's all traffic related. You know, Seth? I think there's a self-driving car who's like in real time, like what the hell am I looking at? Send out that tree or mountain, quick.
Oh,
I worry about my kids. My son's driving. That scares me. He learned to drive playing video games. I mean, I felt like I actually had to tell him. You realize you only get one life, right? Like, if you crash, you're not going to fade back in with a Ferrari. Know what's real, right, or not real. We have a whole generation of kids who really they learn to drive. They learn to read a map. They never learn to read a real map. That worries me. What if he's in the middle of nowhere and his phone dies? You know, right? Or what if he's in the middle of somewhere and he has AT&T? So I figure I'm going to teach this kid how to read a map, a real map. So I pulled out a road atlas to show him. He looked at me like I just unearthed some hidden scroll from the Dark Ages. I just dug it up. Behold the legend of Brand McNally. A map, put it on a parchment. But in my day, it was noon as paper. It was a finite set of pre-printed lines, completely unresponsive to the pinch and zoom. There were no blue dots or red push pins to tell you where you were. You actually had to know where you were to know where you were. God forbid you should miss your turnoff. Oh, there was no simulated voice saying your destination is on the left. We had an actual agitated spouse. There, mocking us in real time in full HD. Saying, great job, Magellan. You just missed it on the left. My son was like, did you have OnStar? OnStar, I wish we had the North Star. Oh, I don't know. I'm an idiot. I am. At least I know it. You know what I mean? That's something, right? Like a lot of us are idiots and have no idea. You notice that? There's a lot of people running around have no clue. I think if you're an idiot and you don't, it's probably because you're not married. Because you could pull off stupid in front of strangers all day long, you know. They don't see you enough to know it's a pattern. Yeah. Like, you screw up in front of strangers and they're like, just, you know, all you gotta say is lesson learned. That's all you gotta say. And they're like, yeah, he'll probably never do that again. Yeah, sure. You know? Yeah, you know where this is going, right? Do that same thing in front of your spouse. Lesson learned. Really, it's the third time this week. Lesson forgot. You know, I learned it, then I forgot. Lesson reject, really, if you think about it. Weren't you going to remind me to remember what I know? Didn't we talk about that? No. My wife constantly looks at me like, you're an idiot. I'm like, well, yeah, of course. I know that, you know. But in fairness to me, I was already an idiot before you married me. So I'm just saying, if you think about it like that, it's kind of on you, you know. I'm just saying, if you ever remarry, lesson learned. Knowing what I know now, nobody smart ever says that, right? Knowing what I know now, you know, it's always somebody trying to act like they're smarter than that. My friend used to say that all the time. He's like, man, if I go back to high school, knowing what I know now, I'm like, dude, what do you know? You live with your mom, man. Luckily, I'm a comedian. I don't have to know anything. You know, I really don't. All I have to do is make what I don't know somehow funny, and I'm good. I'm good to go. It's a perfect crime. I can finish any sentence with, then again, what do I know? Still make a nice living, you know? I mean, you guys can't do that, right? Not if your job's important. Imagine we have to operate on Tuesday. Then again, what do I know? A lot of medical stuff. Doctor, well, I'm not a doctor, but be that as it may, I will be there on Tuesday, and we'll go ahead and cut you open, knowing what I know now. What happened to the last guy? Oh, I don't like to talk about that. Let's just say lesson learned. I'm trying to save up money. That's hard. So something always goes wrong. I was having a good month, positive cash flow, right? This is before the pandemic, of course. And I was feeling good. My wife called me up. She said she thinks our cat has a bladder infection. What should we do? And I'm like, cranberry juice or something? I don't know. It's not my department, right? So she goes to the vet. It's $112.50 first treatment. But if this treatment doesn't work, the next one's going to be like $700 or $800. I'm like, whoa, slow down. Like, yeah, right. I don't know about you guys. I love my cat, but you know, I'm not in love with my cat. Right, like I don't remember exactly what we paid for it. I'm pretty sure it was like free, right? Like crazy. This is not a new cat. This is like a '98 Calico. I don't know what the blue book is on a '98 Calico, but you know. Used to be an '88 Calico, but this joke's been funny for a long time. You guys, yeah, I don't know. I want to do the right thing. I only have so much money, you know. Like, what am I going to tell my kids 10 years down the line? Well, we had a trust fund, then Fluffy blew a knee. Cramped in a 2-bedroom, but Ginger's respirator's doing great. It's $100 just to put her to sleep. I know a guy can make it look like an accident for 50. So, let me talk a little bit about, I guess, about relationships, since we're stuck with people in the same house. Yeah, it's been good to get out finally. I hope we're getting out. I asked for advice from married couples because we've gone through some rough times, and it's funny because nobody gives good marriage advice. Like, they give things that sound like advice and aren't. Like, the one I hear the most is happy wife, happy life. I'm like, okay, so you don't know either then, because that doesn't tell me how to do anything. That would be like, to IKEA and the instructions say, happy table, hope it's stable. Use your smarts, no extra parts. There's no happy husband sayings. Have you ever noticed that? They don't even try. Happy husband, no one cares. Oh, thank you. Happy hubby, eat some grubby. Get out of here. Got a frown, cram it down. Happy you, no can do. Happy dad, mom's still mad. Hey, I think I used up a couple minutes of my time on the audio set, so I'm gonna let the show keep running, train keep going, and thank you guys for coming out and making my night. And hope
Yeah.
All right, Don Friesen, everybody, let him hear it. Don Friesen.
Yay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So Don, we'll talk about your audio, because, by the way, everybody, sometimes comedians will come on here and they just don't have a sense of the technology and they don't really make an effort, and it hurts the show. I've been to Don's house and he really makes an effort. There are lights and microphones and everything. But Don, it sounded like you're coming through on a ham radio or something, like the whole time. I'll play you back the recording later. So we were straining a little. We were straining to hear you a bit.
No, thank you for pointing it out, though.
You see us
Yeah, sure.
Walk through it that way.
But even as we
Can I plug
speak,
my show? Can I plug my live show?
yeah, where are you going to be live?
Ventura.
Oh yeah, we got Don coming up at I'm working with the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club for the locals. A lot of these people are from other parts of the country, Don. But if you guys are in the 805, Don's going to be there on June 4th and 5th. Oh, actually on the 3rd through the 6th. He's doing 4 days. And you got to come out and see him do an hour. He kills every time. So Don Friesen, everybody. One more time for Don. And so far I've forgotten this, but maybe Tony, if you could throw that in the chat section. If you guys are moved to donate, we'll invest in audio equipment. And by the way, Don, Martha Gill loved your song in the beginning. Janet said she was remembering the Thomas Guide when you're talking about Rand McNally. And Bunny Miller said, LOL is hilarious. So we loved you anyway, even though we had to lean in to hear it. Okay. Are you guys ready for your final comedian?
Yeah.
All right. Well, back by popular demand. It's been a pleasure working with them so far. I forgot to look Drew up before this to give us credits. I was so busy in the background. I worked with him on a cruise ship, but he's also been on Last Comic Standing and lots of national TV shows, appearances. Put your hands together for the very funny Drew Thomas.
How's everyone doing? Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you. Give it up to Jason, our host. He is the grown Doogie Howser. Good to see Charles. Still doing well. Sometimes Charles stars fade away, but Jason has managed to start a career. Those boyish looks, you know what I mean? That guy, I don't know, man. He just keeps those boyish looks. It's everybody was funny. Don had me rolling. Shout out to Joan Schoenfeld, who propped her dad up but went out with her friends. She's out at karaoke, but she propped her dad up to fool somebody. She'll pop back up at the end of the show, be like, "How did I do?" Yeah, okay. That's why I got on the dark glass. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. I'm like, am I watching Weekend at Bernie's? There's a stick behind this guy. Who would prop their dad up at a piano and then go out? That's not right. My favorite, Daryl and Holly, is back. That's my favorite couple. They've been together so long. They look alike. I love those guys. And we can't keep Daryl up too much later. I don't know what time zone they're in, but every time they come on, he looks tired. So I think they're low on vitamins. I might need to send him some compression socks. It's crazy. The Schumachers are ready to go on a cruise. I tell you what, I don't know who's going to be there to entertain you on the cruise, but I hope you have a good time.
We're gonna jump in the ocean. It don't matter.
There you go. It won't be no comedians though. Comedians aren't even vaccinated yet. We're very low on the list. Comedians to get vaccinated. I believe you. But comedians come after clowns, so I don't know when they're gonna get.
On a mission.
This rollout plan that the government have. I had to say I was a caretaker. You were supposed to bring the person with you, and I don't. I'm looking for an old lady now to go back for the second shot.
I'll give you that.
But you guys are ready and packed. I like that. You got the hats and everything. Make sure you put the Dramamine in your luggage behind your ears. And yeah, like Kara said, enjoy your 6 weeks. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna have a good time. Atlanta, I live in Atlanta. We just got Lysol, so praises to that. We just got Lysol in Atlanta. So after a year, I can spray my boxes down. I've been looking forward to spraying my boxes down. They just told us we don't need it on our hands, so I just want to spray my boxes down. There's 30 Amazon packages at my door. And it's kind of sad because you got these boxes smiling at you, but I can't open them because I don't have Lysol, and we just got it at Dollar Tree. I found it at Dollar Tree, and it just said 99.9% kill germs. So I don't even know if it's really Lysol, but I know that now we buy any product that says that on there. We don't care what it is. It could be wallpaper remover. Let me get 2 bottles of that wallpaper remover. As long as it says 99.9% kill germs. It's been crazy. I mean, I'm still tortured by this. I'm still remembering the early days when only the senior citizens can shop at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what is this? I mean, this Lysol should be for everybody. And I was down at the grocery store at 7 o'clock in the morning, like a teenager. Like, could you get me 2 cans of Lysol when you go in? Because I don't have my ID, but if you could please get me 2 cans. Yeah, my buddy will be on the side of the building if you could please get us 2 cans. Give you some money so you could get you a can. You could get you a can too. It's usually how it works. You have to buy them a can. It's been crazy. The South has been crazy. The South is ridiculous. You guys, most people are in California and the Midwest. The South, these people are, they wanted a civil war, and I'm like, calm down. There's gonna be a civil war between the sanes and the insanes. It's not gonna be between blacks and whites. It's gonna be blacks and whites on both sides. Everybody have ARs. So we need to find a simple way to divide the country up. So we're gonna put like 4 white people in a gym in the middle of nowhere, and you come in with all your credentials, and then they'll ask you simple questions like, when you go to Costco or Sam's to pump gas, do you drag the gas pump all the way over to your car to the other side, even though the gas tank is not on that side? And if you answer yes, you go to that side of the gym until we divvy up the country, and then we can go to war and settle this the right way and stop using politics. The politics is driving hate in the society, and we don't need it. I haven't been to white people houses in a whole year, and I miss their sausage. Only white people have their sausage, and I haven't had their sausage in a whole year. It's just crazy. So if we can get to being vaccinated, we could get to visiting, because when you go to white people houses and tell them that you like something, they let you have it. And I like that. I got a lot of nice stuff in my house. You should try it. That's all. One black guy on here sitting by himself. You should try it. I see you, sir. I don't know if you're a serial killer or why you don't have people with you, but you know, maybe this is your night off from killing. So.
Oh, Nelly.
Get your notes together. It's okay. Everybody needs a day off. It don't matter. Even the pizza guy. Everybody has a Sabbath. It's just come on a different day. You know, that's how it is. It's good to see the couples on here, though. That's nice. I'm single. It's been a rough 2020. I mean, like this year, you had to let all your side pieces go. Everybody who had extra girlfriends had to let them go. You just can't have a side piece with stimulus money and unemployment. It's just not enough spread into another household. You know, you can't do that. You can't bring eggs everywhere. You can't do it. So I'm glad to see all the happy people. It's good. I envy you. I envy married men. I think marriage is a great institution. Where else can a man go out and work and come home and give his check to somebody else and have them snatch his hopes and his dreams? Who doesn't want Who doesn't want to borrow $20 of his own money to get a haircut? Tired of keeping my own money, you know. The problem is when we get back open, where do we go to find a wife? Bars and clubs. I don't like going to bars. Women walk up to your bar, look you up and down, size you up, see how much money you make. I don't know if you make enough money for me, Mr. Comedian. Then when I walk her to her car at the end of the night, she got a green 94 with a white driver's door, you know. Red side mirror and the front bumper being held up with bungee cords. And I'm like, I'm not good enough for you. You only came to this bar because it's on a hill so you could roll start your car at the end of the night. Why not? Good enough for you. Women have kids. I meet women with kids. I don't mind if you have kids. You know, at this point in life, everybody has kids. It's hard to find somebody with no kids, but I don't like bad kids. I don't like the people with the big 5-year-olds dragging their feet in baby strollers all over Walmart. You know, if you can go from Walmart to your car and the kid can get out the stroller, help you break it down and put it in the back of the car, they don't need to be in no stroller. I'm in the mall the other day, I seen a kid in a stroller reading. and true, and you know who I hate the most? You know, the people with everybody knows one, with the 3 and the 4-year-olds that can talk, but the mother let them use a pacifier.
Yeah.
I'm over my friend's house 2 weeks ago. We're sitting on the couch talking. Baby is in the middle of the room playing. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the baby goes, "You know, I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right?" This is not a baby. This guy is making whole sentences right here. But I don't give up. You know, I don't give up. The older I get, I realize nobody wants to die alone. You know, you got to be open-minded to dating people from different races, different religions, different age ranges. I used to date a Muslim girl, and she came to me early in the relationship and said, "Would you consider becoming Muslim so we could get married?" And I was like, "No, I'm Christian. I just want one wife and a girlfriend. Who wants 4 wives?" I mean, I was raised right. Nobody wants to come home from a night of drinking and be like, "I was out with the fellas. I was out with the fellas. I was out with the fellas. I was out with the fellas." The relationship had some good and some bad, and it lasted 4 years, and we broke up, and I moved to Vegas for a while. I lived in Vegas for 3 years, and I'm sitting in Vegas, and a good friend of mine called me up. You know, you always have a good friend who helps you through a breakup. And my buddy was like, why don't you see what Vegas has to offer? And I'm like, dude, I'm tired. No more dinners, no more movies, no more car parts. I'm not buying anything else, you know? And he was like, car parts? And I was like, I know I'm not the only person ever bought a woman car parts before. Somebody on this panel bought Angie a set of alternator. I'm not the only one. And it reminded me of a time I was dating a young lady, and one day she called me out the blue and said, hey, I'm down here at the tire shop. I got the kids with me, and the guy says I need front and back brakes. Is there any way that you could come down and help out? And I was like, yes, I could come down and help out, but you need to call the other two guys you sleeping with too, and let's get them down here and help out with the bill. So I got down to the tire shop and I got the guy on the phone and I said, hey, I already paid for these front brakes. You need to pay for these back brakes because we need to keep her safe while she drives between both our houses. You're not gonna take my brakes and stop at his house, you know. I'm fair. I'm not a fool, you know. So a buddy and trying to cheer me up. He's like, I know what you need. You need a chubby girl. You never dated a chubby girl. Chubby girls are fun. So I went and found a chubby girl, but nobody told me chubby girls eat your leftovers. I wasn't prepared for that. I don't have extra meals like that. All my meals are on a budget. They're all spoken for. And would call me in the middle of the day and be like, I left this morning quietly. I didn't want to make no noise and wake you. And I'm like, yeah, but you took my lunch is what you did. I was gonna eat that spaghetti when I woke up, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work, chubby girl. But pre-pandemic, I mean, Jason could tell you, we traveled a lot, and I meet interesting people everywhere. And I met an older white lady on a flight, and she said, I would like to come to Vegas and hang with the comedian. And I said, come on, Tammy, you're welcome. So Tammy flew herself to Vegas. We're hanging out in my apartment. Tammy says, I want to smoke pot with you. I said, Tammy, this is not the pot when you were in high school. This is the weed white people grow, Tammy. Their weed have names. She was like, oh, come on, it'll be fun. So I said, okay. So we rolled one up. We passed it back and forth. Tammy starts coughing. She goes to the bathroom. I finish it off by myself. 3-4 minutes later, I hear her calling me from the bathroom. Drew. I said, what's the matter, Tammy? She said, I'm not feeling well. My heart's beating fast, and I think I'm having a panic attack, and we should call emergency. And I'm like, we're not calling nobody, Tammy. No one knows you're here. We're not calling anybody. You're a white lady in my apartment with weed. That's possession with intent. We're not calling anybody. I watch a lot of forensic files. I know how to get rid of a body, but we're not calling anybody. I said, you got two choices. You could lay down and we could go for a walk. She said, well, I don't want to lay down. I said, put your shoes on. We're going to go for a walk. We're going to walk around this whole apartment complex till you feel better. I look on my bathroom counter. She got her insurance papers laid out with the out of town network number circled. And I'm like, you have out of network insurance? I'm a comedian. I don't have regular insurance. I fly just to use the x-ray machine for an MRI. I'm like, tell me if you see anything. If you don't see no lumps, I'm boarding this plane. You could bring my results to 12A. That's where I'll be sitting.
Oh, yeah,
So I really wish we could get back to some type of normalcy, man. I can't sleep. I'm staying up. There's these pharmaceutical company commercials are they're killing me. They come on every night right when you start to doze off. They make you think you have what the guy in the commercial have until you hear the side effects. Then you're like, I'll just keep what I have, you know. I mean, for the longest, I thought I had restless leg syndrome. Then I heard the side effects was nausea, diarrhea, oily discharge, vaginal bleeding, suicidal thoughts. And I'm like, I know I don't want vaginal bleeding. I know that. And what is oily discharge? I didn't even know we could discharge oil, to be honest. Like, the things you need to know, like where do you discharge the oil from? You know, I mean, they just imagine the Schumachers are on their vacation and he takes some new medicine and just starts discharging oil everywhere. And then some old guy comes by with a walker and just busts his ass right there on the cruise deck.
Like an old flick in Galveston Bay.
You don't want that over side effects. You don't want that. No. I don't get it. I mean, suicidal thoughts is a side effect. I mean, what is that? Who wants to take a pill to quit smoking and now you're walking around all day going, do you have a ladder and a short rope? Could you drop me off by a bridge or in traffic? He's like, sir, would you like a cigarette to calm down? No, those things will kill you. I don't want that. I just want to think about it. I don't want to do it. Oh man. But I wish we could get back to traveling. You know, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I hope you have bullets. I hope you have rice and beans.
Texas, we got bullets.
You gotta have bullets. They said they coming. I don't know who they are, but you gotta get ready because they're coming. I don't know what shape they're gonna be in. I don't know if they're gonna be zombies or who, but they're coming. So be prepared. Kind of settled down now, but in the beginning it was crazy. I saw white women buying 20-pound bags of rice. I'm like, they don't even cook rice. What are they doing with all this rice? Like, they only do those microwave pouches for 90 seconds. I'm like, she must be buying this to put her phone in it. What is she doing with all this rice? They were buying beans like color coded. They were like, oh, I want black beans, blue beans, navy blue beans. They were buying all the beans. They weren't even planning meals. It's not like people were meal prepping. They were like, I just got beans and rice. I got a lot of that. Got beans, rice, and bullets. The South was all about them beans, rice, and bullets. Tempest flared in the neighborhood. My sister lives in one of these fancy neighborhoods, and I don't think people really knew who lived in the neighborhood till everybody was home. Because you remember in the beginning, when everybody started working at home, it was like hygiene went down. Women weren't really cleaning themselves like they used to because they didn't have to go into the office. You know, sweatpants sales went up. Everybody was in yoga pants. Some people were in yogurt pants. I've seen some yogurt pants. You know, they weren't all yoga pants.
Yep.
So one day I'm at the house and the cop came to the house. The cop rang the doorbell and I opened the door and how can I help you? And he said, the neighbor wanted to know if I lived here or there was a complaint. And I said, I didn't know you could just come to people's houses and ask that. And I said, so what was the complaint? He said, well, a lady said she saw a brown bear in sweatpants. And
Oh my God.
so I don't know where you guys live, but be careful these brown bears out here in sweatpants. They sneaking into garages and they shopping at Costco. But I told him I would help him look for the brown bear. If I saw him, I would
Don't get a brown bear.
I would give him a call. I don't even know what round you need to kill a brown bear, John. What do you need to kill a brown? 10 millimeter will do it? Let me know.
I can beat him with my hands.
Man.
Whoa.
I'm not
Oh,
afraid.
dang. You know, I was talking about a bear, right, John? You know.
I'm a big ass bad boy.
That's what's up, man. You guys are awesome. Oh, Joan ain't back yet, but her dad is still propped up. I see him. He looks good over there. That's the best plan ever. They're like, Jason can't say I didn't come to the show. I'll just prop my dad up.
Where are you living these days? Where you at?
I'm in Atlanta, sir. I'm down in Atlanta. We just got Lysol. Come on down. We've been open since last Memorial. We never close. Come down, get a facial. You can get your toes done. We're the king city of eyelashes. All the eyelashes that the new young girls are wearing are in Atlanta. We have them. We have them from light to caterpillar. They go full range of eyelashes.
You've done a great job, you guys. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you, man. Thank you guys so much. Please put something in the tip jar.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Jason. Thanks for having me again.
Support that Lysol habit.
Yes,
Got that
yeah.
Lysol habit.
Great job.
All right, let them hear it, everybody. Drew Thomas. Drew Thomas.
Yeah.
Fantastic, man. So funny. You got all kinds of comments in the chat section. Hey, I'm
I was
going to put.
laughing too hard to type.
Yeah, oh, you were laughing too hard to type. Okay, so there's the tip jar for Drew's Lysol Fund. Gary Hartman said that you were one of his all-time favorites. Gary's probably a cruise guy, I'm guessing.
Hey, thank you, Gary. Thank you.
Aurora says, so funny. She used like the maximum number of O's allowed by law. My mom loved you, and Jacqueline Baraldo said, hilarious. Thanks for doing it, man. And then everybody, we also have our next show. It's not up there. So May 29th is our next show.
Yes.
So if you want to circle this on the calendar, we're going to go back to having an all new lineup. So May 29th, we've got
nude?
3 all nude. Yeah, it's a strip show, Mark.
This thing's really going downhill.
So we
No,
got
make sure you guys check out this show. Paul Agata is on this next show, and he is very, very funny. I've worked with Paul several times in Vegas, and that guy is absolutely hilarious. So don't miss the next show.
Do you know Andrew Norelli, Drew?
I do know Andrew also. We met back at the Boston Comedy Festival in 2008.
Yeah, Andrew's super funny, and like Drew, he's a good dude. So one more time for Don Friesen and Kira Soltanovich, everybody.
Yay.
Yay.